It's fine. The only reason they want me to pay it back is because I'm a streamer.
Well, this is missing context. So the friend asked about paying back her parents for tuition because her parents paid $170,000 for her to go to college. And this is her thing about paying them back.
It's fine. The only reason they want me to pay it back is because I'm a streamer.
Yeah, you should pay it back.
Because I didn't use my degree. So they're like, okay.
How much is it?
170K.
You should pay it back.
I don't want to. I mean, I did pay them 10K, and then I was like, I'm over this. I don't want to pay anymore.
Mom, do you think it's a waste that I went to college?
That is a really good question. I spent a lot of money on that. And then you become a streamer.
Yeah, but I'm also hoping.
That's a really good question. I don't know how to answer it.
But I'm paying you back for college.
Yes, that's right. That's unnecessary.
That's necessary?
Yeah, we're almost broke. Because you went to the college. Go to the expensive one, yeah.
Okay, so what's the...
So for a little bit more backstory before we get into our thoughts, feelings, and opinions. She's with OTK now. She's made it big. She's got some good money on her. Not saying she's a gajillionaire, but she's got some good money. She's not costing that with the mafia-thon. But she's got some bread. You know, she can make a sandwich for her family. Now, with that being said, though, she did graduate from Columbia University, one of the Ivy League schools, one of the more costly schools. They paid for her tuition straight out. That's why it's 170K. Graduates, gets a job. Cool. And then she starts working the job and becomes a Twitch streamer. I'm going to play this clip where she's talking to Mitskiff. I don't like some of these names. Where she's talking to Mitskiff and she explains the true backstory on what's going on with her parents in this whole situation here. Oop. Hold on. All right, here we go. Damn. It's that fiber.
You choppy too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Chat, look better, don't
it
it?
was me.
Chat, that look better, don't it? Look at you now, chat. Look at you now. During the yap, during the whatever, it's gonna be Wi-Fi rules. Mama Pixels. Oh, he back. Shit. Oops.
All right, here we go.
Graduated from Columbia with a 3.8.
And I'm ignoring. I was ignoring
GPA.
Yeah.
Bro, why are you streaming? Why aren't you just being successful?
Because I like streaming more. It's too fun.
Yeah, but you could have went to like an Ivy League. Like, couldn't you have been something actually in the world?
Yeah, I had a job and then I got fired because I streamed during work.
No way,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, I did. I had a finance bank job.
You did not stream
Yeah.
finance bank.
I had a finance bank job, and then I was doing a subathon, and I'm not gonna cancel my subathon. I'm not gonna pause the subathon for work. I was like working, and then my manager calls me mid-subathon because someone snitched on me.
I would too, to be honest with you.
What? Why?
I'm a hate watcher. I'd be like, bro, are you double dipping right now?
Yeah, I was double dipping. So I got snitched on, and then a manager called me. I was like, I heard you're streaming. You have to shut it off immediately. And then I shut it off, and I got fired like a few months later. And now I'm a full-time streamer.
All right, cool. So then she goes to her parents, says she wants to stream Twitch. They're upset about it. And they make her get into basically a legally binding contract. The old trusty wide rule notebook paper contract. Y'all know about those. And it says that you will pay us back for your college. Right? She signs the paper. What an idiot. I wouldn't have signed the paper. Signs the paper. And then in the process of signing the paper, she agrees to pay it back. And that's where we get to the point where she says she is not paying them back. She has admitted to giving them lavish gifts, some trips, some things of that nature. My question is, just to kick it off, because people are on her dick and balls, does she have to pay them back?
Hell no. I'll go first. No, she does not have to pay them back. And everybody that was on her dick about paying them back, Get a life. Fuck face. Niggas is miserable. Like, I don't. That's the dumbest shit in the world. Now, she is an idiot for signing the contract. That contract shit is new news to me. I seen something about it, but I didn't know necessarily all the details behind it. That's just crazy. No, she didn't have to pay them back.
Question, is the contract like recent? Like she signed it after already going to college and becoming a streamer?
She went to college, graduated, got the finance bank job, fired from the finance bank job, said she wanted to be a streamer, contract.
And that's why, okay, I honestly didn't know that, but I feel like still she shouldn't have to pay it back. I actually made a TikTok about this and I was getting baked in them comments, man. But yeah, I don't think, because this is a situation that is very close to home for me because of conversations that I've had with my parents. Not even like before me doing content, but especially after that, and also just in general. Yeah, no, she should not have to pay her parents back. If your parents tell you they're going to pay for your college, unless it is explicitly said beforehand that you are gonna have to pay us back, you shouldn't have to pay them back. That's been my take on it. And I think that's just a general thing too. Like if I tell you I'm gonna pay for something, I'm gonna pay for it. There is no expectations of paying it back, especially if the only reason or the main reason why is because she just got a job in a different field. Like if they weren't gonna if they weren't gonna request for it back if she got a job in engineering, but now that she's a streamer or like that's just crazy to me. I don't know.
Yeah, this is definitely a weird one, right? Because on one hand, you have a situation where, man, you want to look out for your folks. You have the money, just pay the parents back type shit. It's kind of like how a lot of people were raised in the sense of giving back to your parents, considering all they gave for you and all the other things. On the flip side, and I don't know these folk, but it definitely is just like a wow, like a lot of shit that like I'd feel a way if my folks did that. If essentially they paid for my school and then I get the dollars and essentially like, hey, King, run that college back. I'd be like, oh damn, give me the chance to do it. Now, granted, there's a very, 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 very strong argument that you would never approach it. So fair enough, but it's still just a principle. For me, I'd say that technically she ain't got to do nothing. I would if I could though.
Yeah.
But she ain't gotta do nothing. Like I've always had these takes on these kind of topics. I get booed for them every time, and I really don't give a shit. The idea that like I'm upset that she's not is stupid. I don't know how, whatever her comment section, whatever the chat Twitter is, are upset at her. Why do you care? But at the end of the day, I will say if I had the abilities to, and my parents were to ask me for the money back, I'd be like, I mean, okay, but I won't sit there and act like, damn, bro, you told me that you had me in college. Like, you paid for this. And then I know what them arguments probably sound like. Oh, I paid for college. And then now it's like, you didn't. Like, then that was like the whole time. I mean, like, low-key, you didn't. I paid for it in the end. So it's a weird one. I'm not going to lie. It's a very weird one. I'm definitely curious as to why people are upset. But yeah, I would pay it back. If you're asking me, I would pay it back.
I'll take it a step further. That lame-ass nigga in the car with her is super lame. You should pay him back. Nigga, pay your mama back. Fuck nigga. What you worry about her for? That nigga lame as hell. I genuinely, and y'all brought it up, and I'm really ready to triple down on it. I genuinely hate the fact that it seemed like they weren't gonna have her pay it back how she kept the finance job or kept whatever field she graduated in. It didn't seem like it was a payback type of thing. But once she became successful in a field that they, I guess, didn't approve of, it became well, we went broke putting you through school. Okay, bitch, you took the trip. You took the gifts.
Before Omar goes, I'd even take it a step further, Damo. I would even say that if she got a job outside of the major, like if she got a job related to something outside of her major that just wasn't streaming, let's say she ended up being like in a marketing firm somewhere, had nothing to do with engineering, I don't think this would be the case. I think this is like what she said in the video is solely because she ended up being a streamer, and that's why they feel like they wasted their money.
Yeah, there's no, I haven't seen a logical reason as to why somebody should be mad in this situation as to her not paying it back. I see Jack John in the chat, and we're gonna bring some people up on this one, and we'll get into the Joy Taylor thing afterwards. This feels like an NBA player making the league and their mom being mad at them for not buying them a house. That's not even the case because she's sending them on trips. They are willingly accepting trips. They are willingly accepting gifts. They are willingly accepting trips to the spa, and they're willingly accepting other compensation. It's just a hyperfixation on this one thing. You did your job. Columbia wasn't supposed to guarantee you a job. Now, I know this is the Ivy League, so you might have thought that way, but she went to school, got the degree, got the network. Boom, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's what going to college awards you, a completion of college. So I don't understand why there's any sort of conversation past that. I think it's actually a dumb idea for her to take out, and also the cat is out the bag. She did pay them back, and I'll read what she said. She did pay them back, or she started back on the process of paying them back. Sent a large lump sum of money today, and then screenshotted it for proof, like $46,000. She did start paying them back. I'm tired of parents looking at their kids as a retirement situation.
Yep.
Take care of your damn self, if that's even the case. Honestly, financially speaking, it makes more sense for her to have $170,000. That $46,000 that she just had, it makes more sense for her to have it. Put it in your streams. You invest it because you can be more risk adverse. You can put more money into things. You can do more than we can at 60 years old. And then if the relationship is good, which I think all of us have good relationships with our parents, you're going to be taken care of. You're going to be taken care of. It doesn't matter what's going on. B-Soul's football regular season is coming to a close, and my Falcons aren't doing so hot.
Omar, my Patriots aren't either, but at least we can make some money on PrizePicks, right?
That's the only reason why I'm invested on Sunday night.
PrizePicks is Let's Keep It a Buck's favorite way to play daily fantasy sports. They offer weekly promotions that can lead to very big payouts like Taco Tuesday, so you can win more money and have more money in your pocket. It's pretty easy to make lineups on PrizePicks. They have a bunch of different sports you can choose from, and then within those sports, they have a bunch of different categories. You can go to points, rebounds, assists, and if you really know what you're doing, all you gotta do is click more or less on your favorite player, and you can win a bunch of money on PrizePicks. All you gotta do is select more, select less, just make sure they're not on the same team, put in the amount you're comfortable with, and press submit lineup to submit a lineup.
Hopefully some of that bread touches down in my pockets this holiday season. Shouts out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this video. And I see some people that are disagreeing. I've been waiting all day to hear disagreements. I am ready to bring people up to have this discussion because I cannot logically understand why people would say she should pay them back. I'm going to.
It's not sorry to cut you off. I'm pretty sure you were just saying you're going to invite people, but it's just like.
Oh, I'm going to read the thing.
Oh, you're going to read it? All right, go ahead.
So this is her. This might have been couple hours ago. It's like 8 o'clock, so like 5 hours ago. She says, I paid my parents back for my tuition. I realize how fortunate I am to be in the position I am, to have the means to provide for both myself and my family. Contrary to online belief, ever since garnering success as a streamer, I've ensured that my parents' lifestyle and needs are taken care of. I would never let them suffer. They're my parents who raised me. Regarding the clips of my mom and I, our humor was simply misunderstood and blown out of proportion, which I can agree. This is the internet. We have plenty of conversations off stream as mother and daughter, and what we say on stream is not representative of our whole actual situation or stance. Moreover, there are cultural differences at play relating to Asian family practices, and we should talk about tiger parenting and how they raise their children that some of you may not understand. But that is a whole other intricate topic. It was my fault to bring it up in New York. Cool, I get it. I thought it would be appropriate to discuss given that it's how my parents and I always banter with each other, and I knew they'd be okay with being the butt of the joke, which they do to me too. We wouldn't be talking about so much or about such matters on stream in a casual manner if we didn't have a solid relationship. Specifically regarding my college tuition, I'm going to be honest, I frankly would have stuck to my ways had this situation not happened because I support my parents through other means. But the feedback made me realize it's really not that hard to simply follow through on my word and pay them back. I'm committed to growing from this experience and will hold myself accountable in similar future agreements. Thank you for caring about my parents, but I assure you they are financially stable even without my assistance and adequately taken care of. And this is her submitting a picture of the transfer where she sent about $47,000 to her parents.
I'm not Can I say that it's kind of nasty that we're in a generation or society where you have to openly show random motherfuckers that you sent someone $46,000, almost despite whatever context or argument it is. I'm not gonna lie, like who the fuck are you niggas? I swear to God, sometimes I just be sitting there. I'm like, yo, who the fuck are y'all talking to? Like what? Y'all niggas are bold, but for me, yeah, I think. Again, if I'm in a situation and I'm a person that graduated college, didn't pay for everything off rip, obviously. I think it's obviously if my folks wanted the money back, I'd do what she did. I'd be like, okay, fine. But if it was like a demand thing, I'd definitely be like, that's a little okay.
Yeah.
Especially given the fact that I know for certain anytime, because families feud. Anytime there was an argument in any way, shape, or form. They definitely would likely bring up how much they love you, how much they do for you, and things like that. And so I like the point that Omar made about essentially like children being like a retirement plan or something like that. You don't throw that in my face. I don't like it with anything. I don't like shit thrown in my face. I don't like when someone does something for me and then years down the line, months down the line, hell, even days down the line. Remember that time I did this for you?
Because where does it stop with your parents' age, right? Damo, are you tracking right now how much money you are putting into that baby's mouth in your hands?
Not at all. Not at all. And that's what really like pisses me off is the fact that I have kids and I want them to be fucking world changers, life changers. At no point, like my daughter's tall. I'm like my family. Oh, they're gonna play basketball. Sure, let them. Women getting paid hella more anyway. Cool, let them. At no point have I thought of it as bet. I got the next 2 Angel Reese's. All I gotta do is wait 22 years, and hey, I'm good for life. That's never been a thought to me. Like that never crossed my mind. Like I literally just have the mindset of they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do, and I'm here to support them. And when it comes to people, because I have we've had this conversation on the pod about this mindset of wanting to give back to my parents, pay my parents back, whatever. Every child has the right, and if you have a good relationship with your parents, you should want to do for your parents, especially if they've done a lot for you. You should want to do for them. No parent has the right to dictate their child take care of them because they become successful in any field, despite how much you did for them. There is no world where a parent should be like, I put you through college, therefore, yeah, pay me. You owe it to me to pay me back. You owe it to me to pay for these trips. You owe it to me. That type of mindset is fucking disgusting, and it's sick, bro. It's just sick. I hate it.
I think for me, my biggest problem is the demand factor. And also because I know how Asian parents work. They are holding this over her head. It is something that comes up during the holidays. It is something that comes up during a lot of phone calls. Hey, so what are you gonna pay us back? Hey, so I know streaming's going well, but I paid for a college. I wanted you to be an engineer, so like, when are you going to use that degree? And like, if not, are you going to pay us? Like, I know how these conversations go. And my thing is like, because I've also seen the other side of it where people are parenting like this and it ends up backfiring on them. Like if you want support from your child and you keep on holding shit over their head, if anything, it just, again, works in not your favor. Like it makes them build this sort of resentment for you. It makes them distance themselves from you because you keep on pushing this shit. But like, yeah, these are conversations that I've had specifically with my parents, and they've always told me to exactly like do the opposite. Like, you do not owe us anything. If you want to help out, but you have your own life. And you don't have to repay us for anything, especially if I tell you I'm about to pay for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if those parameters aren't set initially, why the fuck do you owe me something? And for people who are, I don't know what chat looking like or not, but people are calling me L son or whatever. One, this is something my parents legitimately told me. So how can I be an L son if I'm doing exactly what they want? And two, like I willingly give back. Like I don't even want to share exactly what I've done recently, but I willingly give back. I give generously to them. And I think that's
just
primarily
gave him 100,000. You just gave him 100,000. You did.
And I think that's primarily because of the fact that like the relationship is good. I don't feel any pressure from them. If they want help, hey, I'm gonna help out. So
Yes, cannot retweet that higher outside of the fact that gang, it's not even just specific to Asian households necessarily, in the sense that a lot of, or I guess to have our difference here in the black household. Sometimes you turn 18, get out of my house type shit, but then gang, I raised you for 18 years, give me this, give me that. I know that's definitely relatable in our community for a lot of people.
I was gonna say,
No,
I think this is relatable. I called B Souls about this yesterday. This is like the experience for the immigrant American child, specifically for Asian Americans. The term tiger parenting has been coined for this exact thing. But even the people that are in lower or middle class incomes, like this conversation about children being a retirement plan has been the conversation of topic. And we're about to send the link out here in a second, because I got to hear some of y'all's responses that are anti this. If you're not anti, then keep it to yourself. But I would just ask, does this extend to other situations where your child ends up quitting on you in these regards? I said this scenario in the space. I was like, if I invest in my kids to play basketball, AAU trainer, all these things like that, they get good enough to go to some sort of college, and then they get to play overseas. They play 1 year overseas and they stop playing basketball. Am I supposed to expect them to pay me back for all the trainings and everything like that? Why am I expecting them, because they did not live out my vision, to pay me back? I don't
keep it within
understand.
college. We can keep it within college. Like I said earlier, if she just got a different job, like, would y'all have the same take? I think a lot of this is primarily because of the fact that she's a streamer, and largely it's still not a respected field. People think like motherfuckers are lazy, entitled, and all of that. But again, if she went in for engineering and got a job in another field that's a typical corporate job that pays well, would y'all even have this take? And two, would her own parents even ask for the money back? I would bet no. Like this would be a non-issue. So
It wouldn't. And to Omar's point about the kid playing basketball and they owe their parents back, I'm not gonna say it's worse, but that's the reality in a lot of, and I'm gonna say black households. Niggas live vicariously through their kids, and the shit's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so many, especially when it comes to sport parents. Niggas people live vicariously through their kids, so they feel super entitled, and it's nasty, bro. And I feel so strongly about it because I've seen so many people around me go through it. I didn't go through it. Thank God both my parents, I'm same time as Sage and Souls. You don't gotta pay me back. Whatever you want to do is what you want to do. I'm proud of you no matter what. They're supportive of anything I want to do. Never pressured me to do anything for them. It's always been for me. The only thing my mom ever wanted me to do was graduate high school, because she didn't get a chance to. She had me when she was 17. She had to drop out, and they're getting her GED later on in life. That's all she wanted me to do. Get graduate high school. The only thing my dad wanted me to do is go to college. He didn't get a chance to. That was the only thing they required me to do. And I did both of those things. They were happy with life. I know people in real life who parents live vicariously through them, and they didn't live up to that expectation, and they don't have good relationships with their parents to this day as adults. Like, we're almost in our 30s, and niggas don't go home for Thanksgiving. They don't go home for Christmas. All types of shit.